What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the HnH Podcast. My name is Humzah, and I'm joined by my good buddy Jordi Kokkinakis, who's subbing in today for the injured Humzah. Humzah unfortunately suffered a mild concussion over the weekend. Doctors recommended that he doesn't go in and scream too much, so I made an audible, and I call one of my good buddies Jordi, who knows a lot of football. So, Jordi, welcome to the show. How you feeling, man?
Welcome. Excited to be here. Humzah, I love listening to him on the pod. Funny guy, but unfortunately I can't make fun of him today. I like bantering with him a little bit, but I'm excited to be here. I've been telling you how much I've wanted to join, so
Yeah,
I'm
for
glad
sure.
that today's the day.
No, I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. And we'll definitely have you on a little bit more. For people who don't know, Jordy is an avid New England Patriots fan, which I'm sure he'll talk about later today in this pod. And then also a diehard Ottawa Senators fan. So down the road, we'll have some more Sens and hockey content for you guys. But yeah, Jordy, dude, how you feeling, man? Season is just about a week away. Cowboys, Philly. Just overall, what you're feeling about the season? Yeah, just in general, how you feeling, man?
I've been doing a lot of research and being really dialed about the whole NFL for the past month, and I'm
Yeah,
just super excited for everything to finally happen. There's so many storylines,
yeah.
new coaches, all the new rookies and stuff. There's so much that I don't know. The NFL is just probably the most exciting league, and there's so much that can go down. I'm just excited to see how everything happens.
And how many fantasy leagues are you in? Because I know we're in one next week that we're still trying to figure out the date of that. But how many leagues are you in this year for fantasy?
I'm in three, and one of them is
Okay.
a dynasty league. I've
Oh,
never
no
done
way.
that before,
This is
so
the
now
first
I'm
year running it?
yeah. So now
Okay.
I'm researching random guys that got cut today, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not picking up this fourth string running back or
Yeah,
something. So
Dynasty is a whole different beast, man. It's like you got to be a locked in GM. I'm already in three leagues, so I can't afford to do a dynasty. But yeah,
yeah,
we have our big league next week. We've been in it for quite a while now, so I'm looking forward to getting back into it and hopefully winning this year. Last year was tough on my end. It was really bad. It was really bad.
yeah. Can't lie, your team was pretty bad last year.
Yeah, no, I blame a lot of that on an early trade I made on. But yeah, that's all good. We'll let that. We'll
No,
talk about
what
that.
was the trade? What was the trade?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna get flamed. People are gonna flame me.
No, you gotta learn from your mistakes. You gotta educate
Yeah.
the viewers here.
Okay. So one thing I'll say is that like in general, I'm a big advocate for. It's important that people make trades and have some fun with it. A lot of people just draft and keep their team the whole year. Doesn't make it as fun. And I tend to call phones. I'll call phones. I tend to call people immediately after the draft and try to see, if we can work and build a relationship. So I'm gonna get flamed right now, and this is insane. This is gonna be on air, but drafted Bijan I think early round, my first round pick, and made a package deal because CD was kind of going. He had a couple good starts to the year, and our good friend Brody, shout out Brody if you're watching. He had CD Lamb, and there's a package deal involved with a few players, but the biggest one was Bijan Robinson for CD was the main, and Brody ended up winning the entire league, carried by Bijan, and I finished second to last in the 12-man league. So that was pretty bad on my part. But you learn from these experiences and ready to go at it this year. So
I
let's
mean,
see
if
what I
Dak
got.
was healthy, it would probably be a lot of a better trade. So
Yeah, no, at the time I thought exactly. I thought it was gonna be a lot better, but it is
yeah,
what it is. It is. You know me. I'm gonna call you right after the draft and see if we can make something happen down the road. So
yeah. And, knowing your trade history, I'll definitely have to accept some trades with you. So
all right, that's crazy.
easy,
That's crazy.
yeah. Uh,
That's crazy time. All right, Jordy, man. So listen, we're day of recording. Today was roster cut day, so there were some significant cuts and some moves around the league. But first, I think the biggest news around the league was yesterday of recording. Terry McLaurin has finally ended his contract negotiation with the Washington Commanders, and he has now signed a 3-year deal, $96 million with an average salary of $32 million a year. Terry McLaurin, obviously a fan favorite in Washington, receiver one for there, and been averaging 1,000 yards every year. So, just what kind of were your initial thoughts after that signing? And yeah, just do you think it's good? Do you think it's worth the price of admission, or like what are you thinking here?
I mean, obviously they paid him a lot of money, but I couldn't even tell you who their wide receiver 2 is other than like Debo Samuel.
Well, they cut
So,
Michael Gallup today. Michael Gallup has
oh no way. That's the
one
only
more
other guy I knew.
down.
So,
Yeah,
not as locked in on the Commanders there, but
I know.
he's like literally always been good, and he's played with a bunch of like terrible quarterbacks. Now he finally has a good one.
Yeah,
And Jaden Daniels on his rookie contract now, so they have a bit of money to dish out.
for
And
sure.
everyone else on their team is like super old, so they might as well. It's good to keep some good players around for the next few years.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's a good deal for them. They would be honestly their season would be terrible if they didn't have him. So they kind of had to pay him. So I'm
yeah.
sure you have a bit more takes than me on that in
No,
division rival, but I don't know. I think every Commanders fan is probably really hyped that actually happened before the season started. So yeah,
I
good
wish
good for them.
I pray for that feeling. I pray for that. I will get to Micah in a little bit, but yeah, the Commanders straight up have been irrelevant for a very, very long time. And then obviously last year they had a breakout year led by their franchise quarterback, Jaden Daniels. And as you mentioned, Terry McLaurin was averaging 1,000 yards with pretty, I would argue, mid to very low quarterbacks. So now that he's back and obviously a fan favorite, and yeah, I think they'll do well with that. And obviously you have Debo, who they picked up from San Francisco now. So you have a legit 1 and 2 kind of punch there, and 32 million for a guy who's I think 31. It's a little bit too much for me, but at the end of the day, negotiation is negotiation, and he got what it was done. So we'll see how it
Yeah,
goes. I know
at least
Trayvon Diggs came
receivers
back.
age a little better,
They do.
but it's
They
still
do.
pretty old.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always like this one year where some receiver will just fall off, but he's
Yeah.
never really been injured, so that's a good thing. It's not like Cooper Cup or something who's hurt like every year it seems. So
No, yeah, exactly. That's true too. And also around the league yesterday was Trey Hendrickson, who also signed his contract extension with I would say contract extension. It was mostly just a 1 year contract deal with the Cincinnati Bengals. He signed a 1 year, $21 million flat. I believe there's some additional bonuses as well, which I don't have up right now, but
I
that
think
was
it goes up to 30 mil.
30.
He was before it was 14, and now it'll be 30 million,
Oh,
but he's
damn.
still a free agent at the end of the year.
Which is
So
weird. Which is why I want to ask you, because are we going to be in the same spot next year? Because he signed, he held out. He spent his first 2 weeks in training camp in Florida. He signed for a 1 year deal. This is like, I personally think it's because the Bengals are like, dude, our defense is so trash. We need a guy who's led the league in sacks the last couple of years to
yeah,
help us. But then I feel like next year, like, what do you think? Like next year, June, we'll be in the same spot, no?
I don't know. The Bengals are a weird team. I don't know how they have such a terrible defense. Like Joe Burrow's never gonna win anything in his life. So
I
even and
know.
they had Transick last year, and they had like one of the worst defenses like ever, basically. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're the way that they run the GM stuff there is it's a little
yeah,
off. It's a little, but hey, they signed their best player, and I think that's gonna help them a lot. So we'll see how it goes.
well, you Cowboys fans know how what it's like to have some interesting ownership, so you
Yo,
can
so
relate.
did you watch the Cowboys documentary yet?
I would never do that in my life. No.
Buddy, okay, listen. It's not as much as it's Cowboys doc. It's actually pretty interesting. You learn a lot of things, and I guess from a Cowboys perspective, I'll be a little biased. I thought it was a
Yeah.
fantastic documentary. Um, but yeah, Mike. I guess I'll just get into it right now, Mike. I guess we've talked about every episode with Humzah. What are your takes on Micah holding out, or I guess holding in? And do you think he's there next week against Philly?
Um, honestly, I would say it's 50-50, but I have one maybe reassuring fact for you and all the
Well,
Cowboys
let's get it.
fans.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So CD Lamb held out last year, right? And he
Uh,
got
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and his contract extension was August 26th, 2024. And today's August 26th, 2025. I don't know
Yeah,
numbers, it's tough. So there you go. That helps you out.
that's
Maybe
true.
maybe it's time.
It's
So
time.
CD
And
CD came back and he was fine, and Micah maybe he'll do the same. I don't know, just obviously he deserves to get paid, and
yeah,
I feel like most of the time these guys don't really like get traded. It's happened like maybe a few times.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Khalil Mack or something like that. That's
That
like
was
one
a
of the only
big
ones I
trade,
can
right?
think of.
That was a big one to the. It was from
From
to me
Raiders to
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a big one. That's right. Yeah,
And he was kind of like where Micah Parsons is right now, like one of the
yeah.
top pass rushers in the league. So
That's true.
I wouldn't say 100% chance he comes back, but I would be surprised if he gets traded, honestly.
No, that's a good point. And also to add on to your CD point, although Dak was under contract, but he got contract extended literally 1 hour before kickoff against Cleveland. Like literally,
Hmm.
as soon as they walked out from warm-ups, he got signed. So it's just really unfortunate from a Cowboys perspective because even if he does get signed, he's going to be on a snap count. I would think against Philly, they're not going to get him out there all 4 downs, which is tough because we know the offensive line in Philly is probably the best in the league, and Saquon Barkley is Saquon Barkley. So it is what it is. But it must be nice to be Jalen Hurts and have these plethora of options around you, and you can benefit from such a sick team.
Yeah, he
Must be
kind
nice.
of gets carried. He's like the 20th best player on his team, pretty much.
I
Like,
know.
I don't know. It's insane.
I know, and that it is what it is. But yeah, so Micah, hopefully it gets dealt soon. But
One more thing about Micah. Have you seen that like conspiracy theory that Jerry Jones just like drags these things out? It's like that more people talk about the Cowboys.
yeah, dude, that's actually it's a thing. Like, so
It's confirmed,
not
or it's
confirmed,
like,
not
but
confirmed.
like
It's like
it's confirmed.
you look at the resume, right? You look at his history and signing players. That's what kind of happens. Every single second of every single day, people are talking about is Micah getting signed. You turn on NFL Live, First Take, any type of sports show, they're always talking about it. So it just makes us look stupid because it's just like, why aren't you signing him? You save money, but um, yeah, it is what it is. I guess Jerry. And if you watch the series of the Cowboys series, which I highly recommend you watch,
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith and Jerry went through the similar thing. Emmitt in the '92 season, he basically held out, didn't even show up in '92. He missed the first 2 games. Cowboys got destroyed in week 1 and week 2. And then there's a really funny
Yeah.
story of Charles Haley, who was a star defensive lineman at the time, who essentially threw his helmet in the direction of Jerry Jones in the locker room and basically said, "You got to sign Emmett. He's the best running back in the NFL." And lo and behold, a week later, Emmett got signed, and the Cowboys went on to win the Super Bowl. So I need someone to throw a helmet in the direction of Jerry Jones and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
Yeah. So that's that.
I don't know. Trevion Diggs was. I saw he was like supporting him, so maybe
Yeah, they're boys.
maybe he
They're
can
boys.
throw his helmet. You know,
These boys. Throw his helmet.
Diggs. Diggs' last name's all a bit crazy. People know Stephon Diggs. He's an interesting guy. So
Yeah. He is.
maybe
He is.
Trevion got to take one for the team.
100%. And
So yeah.
yeah, man. So even so people who don't know, Jordi and myself, we played high school football together. He was our star linebacker at Ashbury College, and
Out about star, top three linebacker on the field. Maybe we'll go with that.
no, it was good. We ended up winning a championship, provincial championship, but yeah, it's just crazy to think how I don't know where I'm getting at right now with the Micah conversation, but like how quickly time flies. Here we are talking podcast, talking Micah, and I just thought about we were literally however long ago playing ball, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
Micah was probably in high school at that time. So
Yeah, that's crazy. Here's that. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Okay, quickly, bro. So today, as we mentioned, today was roster cuts. Is there anyone around the league? Anyone on the as you are a Pats fan? I'll let you go first. Anyone on the Pats or around the league that you saw got cut today that was a surprise, or kind of status quo with the roster here?
I mean, I don't feel like the roster cuts are ever like too surprising. Like if anyone gets cut, there's definitely like a reason for it,
Yeah.
and I can't really say I'm too dialed as to what happened today.
Mhm.
But as a Pats fan, I'm just excited that Afton Chisholm, the next Denny Amendola, is on the team.
Let's
So
go.
that's all I can say.
That's sick.
There's a few little things, but they're not really too exciting. You know, a kicker getting cut that I thought wouldn't get cut. That's about it. I don't
So
know.
how many
But
kickers
so
you guys have at camp then? Was
we
it like
had two, and one was drafted, one was like undrafted, and they kept the drafted guy even though he like missed like 2 kicks in preseason. But
okay?
I'm sure they see more than more than me in the 3 preseason games and whatever tweets I see along the week. So
That's funny.
yeah,
That's good. From a Cowboys perspective, it was a bit of a hectic day. A couple players on the defensive line, Perrion Winfrey. He basically there's a tweet saying that he got cut and he was a star. Like he not a star, but he showed up really well in camp. He got cut, and then an hour later, it's like he got signed, so he ended up staying. A couple surprises maybe for some Cowboy fans was not surprises, but a little bit upset was Trayshawn Holden, undrafted receiver from Oregon. He really had a phenomenal camp and showed out well in preseason. And a surprise for me was Israel Makwamu. Forgive me for potentially missing that last name, but he's been on the team for 3 years now, and he got released today, which was he actually had some decent playing time in the last couple of years. I think consistency was the biggest issue for him. So he got released today, and Andrew Booth, who's been up and down. I don't know if you know too much about him, but Cowboy fans is not too high on him right now. But he ended up making the roster, and everyone's favorite Deuce Vaughn, the smaller running back from Kansas State,
King.
He got released. I guess cut today, so he's on the waiver wire. Expect him to be in the practice squad, but from a Cowboys perspective, it wasn't too much. And before we get into our next topic, there was some other news yesterday. Was Amari Cooper, former Dallas Cowboy, goes back to the Raiders, and Jacoby Myers, former Patriot, requested a trade. So, what are your thoughts on that? Just Cooper going back to the Raiders and Jacoby, because Jacoby played well for you guys, right? How long ago was he there?
Yeah, he was good. He was like we drafted him, or I think honestly he was undrafted free agent. He was an undrafted free agent or 7th round.
No,
and he was there for like 4 years, but he was like he had that thing when he started his career where he didn't have a receiving touchdown for like
that's him.
2.5 years. He had like 2 throwing touchdowns before he even had a receiving touchdown. But he was like I loved him. He was like our best receiver.
That's funny.
And he left like 2 years ago now, and he's been popping off for the Raiders.
Yeah.
And honestly, my take on the whole like situation is, I thought that he would I thought it was just kind of BS a little bit. Like he's just trying to get paid more. It's like the last year in his contract.
Yeah.
But now that they signed Amari Cooper, like the day after, or like the same day that comes out, the trade request, that kind of, I don't know, maybe they'll have to get rid of him. But they have like no one behind him. They just have like 2 rookies and Brock Bowers.
They have like
basically.
Beck. They have rookie Beck, I think, and then they have Brock. Brock Bowers you mentioned, and then
the Dante Thornton or something.
Yeah,
I forgot what his name is. He's like super tall, speedy guy.
Yeah, but yeah, Amari Cooper, like it's crazy, man. I thought he could be signing. I thought he was gonna get signed a lot earlier than he did. The fact that he, it's good depth, I think, at this time, and spent a small time in Buffalo last year. So maybe go back to where he started his career, and then see what happens with him and Geno Smith, and obviously Pete Carroll, they're the head coach there. So okay, Jordi. So this is something I really wanted to talk about today, and do you have something for the Raiders?
I mean, one just little thing, like Amari Cooper, I thought he was gonna be like really good for Buffalo last year, considering all the receivers are just a bunch of like mid guys, and then he was just kind of like he was just there. He was just running routes, like he didn't do anything really. So
the issue
maybe he'll do better now, but we'll see.
His biggest issue, man, and obviously as being a former Cowboy, like he was, how much I vouched for him when he was in Dallas. Like he was great. The biggest issue for him was just injuries, man. Like I felt like every time he caught the ball, he would come up limping and stuff. And at that age, it's a little bit like he was a little inconsistent. So I think that's what happened in Boston, in Buffalo. But yeah, hopefully he does well. I hope for the best for him, and I still think he is now he's an underrated route runner. But in his prime, he was one of, if not the best route runner, I think in the NFL. So let's see what happens with him.
Yeah. Can't wait to see him.
All right, dude. So this topic's been going around a lot. I've seen it a lot on Twitter and other people like the Pat McAfee show. They've Shout out to them. Hopefully they're watching.
They are, yeah.
They people have been talking about sleeper teams this year in the NFL, and so last year we saw the Washington Commanders and the Denver Broncos, two teams with rookie quarterbacks who weren't expected to do much, ended up making the playoffs, and then the Commanders went to the NFC Championship game. So out of all the teams in the NFL right now, Jordi, I want to ask you first, and then I'll go. Who are your sleeper teams this year? Teams that people aren't really talking about too much that you think are going to make some noise this year, and why? Let's hear it.
Okay, well, what are the rules here? I know you're a big rules guy. Like, am I allowed to say one team? Can I say multiple teams here? Like,
hey, listen, because you're a first time guest, you can go two teams. Or actually, I'll let you do it. I'll let you drive it however way you want to drive it.
Okay.
I'll let you do it. Yeah.
Let's see. I got two teams here. One that I'm like a bit more confident in, and one that I maybe a little tougher path to success here. But my first team is Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh,
you know, they might, yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars, really ugly team. No one thinks they're gonna do well, but
wait, you think? Yo, that's on air now though. That's gonna be clipped. This might be it. Might be an Instagram short.
No, I'm saying they have just as good of a chance of being like a bottom 5 team as they do like to be a playoff team. But like if like Liam Cohen comes in and Trevor Lawrence, like this is kind of like his make or break year.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, he helped Baker Mayfield become basically like top 5 QB almost last year.
Okay.
If he can do something similar with Trevor Lawrence, they got like Brian Thomas Jr. who's nasty, and Travis Hunter might be like one of the best like rookies of all time. Yeah, might be like an insane duo.
Yeah.
I don't know what the rest of their roster is looking like. I don't know if they have like Trayvon Walker, like the most boring first overall pick of all time.
That was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, that was like, I think it was like 4 years ago or something.
That's hilarious.
And they have like the second best Josh Allen, you know, the other defensive end guy. Maybe they can cook, but
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that one. They have 3 like okay running backs. Kind of an ugly pick, but
no, I respect that.
Maybe they'll do better.
Okay, question for you before you go into your second team. How much of the Jacksonville pick for you is the fact that their division is like pretty bad? Like it's the worst division in football. So how much you put that into your decision?
I mean, it definitely helps a lot. Like the Titans were the worst team last year.
The Colts are
Houston has like the worst offensive line of all time apparently right now. Yeah. And I mean they're probably who I would think would win that division, but
okay, I like
that. I don't know, they have a chance because they're playing the Colts, who are playing Daniel Jones, who's terrible.
Yeah.
But at least he's not as bad as Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Titans are terrible, and they could probably steal a game off Houston. So that's like
6
wins already.
I like this pick. I like the Jacksonville pick a lot because I'm looking at the roster right now. Like you said, good depth at running back. You know, Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby. You mentioned Brian Thomas Jr., who's like he's unreal. Travis Hunter, De'Ami Brown, who I believe was with the Commanders last year, and then I'm big on Brenton Strange. I think he's a fantasy football sleeper as well.
Okay, yeah. That's a conversation. You can have him. I'm not taking him this year.
Well, so there's no one else on the team. Evan Ingram's gone. And looking at their defense, you obviously got Josh Hines Allen, who used to be Josh Allen, the defensive end.
Sounds like second best Josh Allen in the league.
Legit. And then your favorite. Oh, we should mention this story on pod. Who do you think is playing?
Gone? Yo, Humzah's favorite Madden linebacker of all time.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to tell that story or no?
I mean, it was basically just Humzah would choose with the Oluokun, this like super speedy middle linebacker, and I don't know, he just like picked me off all the time with him. He got like a billion pick sixes and stuff, and I don't know, I kind of definitely have PTSD from that name, but it's okay. So,
just a quick clarification before we get on. In 20, I honestly forget what Madden. But Jordi, myself, and Humzah, we did a connected franchise in Madden, and where we drafted a team. We should do that again, by the way. That was a lot of fun. But Humzah drafted Oluokun, who at that time was just, I think, his second or third year in the league. I think he was still in Atlanta. Humzah drafted him, and Humzah went crazy with Olucon. Like he he led the league in picks, tackles. He was the fastest player on the field. So he can.
Yeah, like he was like defensive player of the year or something at some point. Like it was insane.
So looking at that, he's on that team. Obviously, Jordan Lewis, former defensive back, nickel for Cowboys. He's on the team. So, dude, I like that pick a lot. That's a really good sleeper pick.
So that's an actual sleeper. That's not like
that's like a legit sleeper. I don't think anyone would have thought that. I like that a lot.
That's not like my other team, which I won't really go into as much now because we just
let's hear it.
Talked a little bit too much on the. But my other team, I had to go with the Pats. You know, they changed like their whole team. Jared Mayo and like Alex Van Pelt, those like they were terrible last year.
Mm-hmm.
We spent like so much money in free agency this year, but I wouldn't really call them a sleeper. I think just like everyone knows that they'll be better.
Yeah.
Like we got Stephon Diggs. We actually have like receivers. But I feel like a lot of like the Pats fans have been like kind of overhyping the Pats a little bit. Like, yeah, we have like one of the easiest schedules. Like honestly, if you look at the schedule there, it's like it's like they're playing in like they're playing like I don't know, like in like NFL 2, like some like fake league that doesn't even exist. They're just playing like the Raiders and like the Browns and the Saints, and Miami sucks, the Jets suck, so they'll definitely do good, but their O-line is, they tried to fix it. Will Campbell, he'll do good, but everyone else still kind of shaky. And I don't know, they'll be okay. They might make playoffs, honestly, but I would not be surprised if they don't.
Interesting. Okay, I like the. I think Drake May is gonna have a great year, so I respect that a lot. Okay, so your sleeper picks, ultimate sleeper was Jacksonville Jaguars, and then obviously the Patriots, which I like both of them. Okay, so for me, my sleeper team this year, and again, I don't know if it's a sleeper. I think it is because I don't think people are talking about them a lot. I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks. I think their division now with the 49ers taking a little bit of a step down. We'll see how they go without Debo, without they're missing someone else. I forget who, but regardless, on their
Debo?
defense, Tre'Davious Ward.
You mean DK? Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about Debo. I'm saying because the 49ers are going to regress a little bit is what I'm saying. And then because I think the Cardinals are the Cardinals, which they actually could have an underrated good year as well. But I think the Seahawks, they're young. People don't talk about their defense enough. They got some really, really good players in the draft this past year. And then obviously Sam Darnold, I don't know, was last year a fluke year with Washington, or can he consistently play like this? And so I got the Seattle Seahawks as my sleeper team. I do see them potentially making – no, I do not potentially. I do see them making the playoffs as a wild card team. I think Kenneth Walker's going to have a great year. Underrated player too. Not really underrated, but Cooper Kupp, I think him coming on to this team is going to open up a lot for JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. He's going to have a really good year. So overall, I think Seattle is bound to have a good year, and I don't think people are talking about it enough. In large part.
And like the Rams with like Matt Stafford's back.
That's true, right? Exactly. So, Rams are, so I think it's right there.
Division's wide open for them. Yeah.
Legit. So I like the Seattle Seahawks a lot for
second year with a new head coach too. That helps. So maybe they can pop off.
Yeah.
That's it. I like it.
All right. So that was a sleeper pick this year. Okay, quickly, let's go. Not quickly, but our next segment, and we're gonna have an AFC focus today because you're a Pats fan. You are a guest of our show, so out of respect, we'll do an AFC focus for you. We're gonna quickly go over who we think is going to be the division leaders in the AFC. And before you and I go, I have here, I'm just going to pull up on my phone. Humzah had sent me his division leader. So we'll go through Humzah's first, talk about that, and then obviously I want to hear yours, and then I'll go with mine. So
wait, do I want to do Humzah's last so I'm not like biased by his decision?
Okay, that's fair. I like that.
Yeah,
okay.
You've seen them, but maybe I'll agree with him. Maybe I won't. But like, if I know his predictions, I'm just gonna go against his. Honestly,
that's fair. Okay, so this is actually my fault. As a host, I should have known better. I apologize. Jordi, would you like to go first and tell us our division winners in the AFC, please?
Okay. Oh, so we're going. I'm just giving winners on each. Or are we going like division by division?
Division, but so like give me like AFC East. Who's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4?
Okay.
AFC West 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sure. I'll start AFC East. like there's no chance the Bills don't win this, honestly. So
Okay.
Bills won. It's gonna have to go with Pats too. Like the Jets are kind of terrible,
Yeah.
and Miami might be honest. Like I don't know, they're like a dumpster fire waiting to happen right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what's going on with like Tyreek Hill. The vibes are kind of off there,
Okay.
and like their team just keeps getting like worse and worse each year. And apparently their corners are like some of the biggest scrubs of all time. Like they have former Patriot Jack Jones right there, and he's like their top guy, and he's like washed. So they might just get like absolutely rinsed. And Tua is like his head is I don't know. He's probably get like if he gets another concussion, they're gonna be the worst team in the AFC. So I'm and that honestly, I don't want it to happen, but there's a good chance it does. So I'm gonna go with Dolphins 4, Jets 3, Pats 2, Bills 1.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So do you want me to go now my AFC East, or do you want to go forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go your FC East, yeah.
All right. You said Dolphins 4?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go the top two. I'm gonna keep the same. I'm gonna go Buffalo at number 1 just because Josh Allen's playing at an MVP level. He's great defensively, like you mentioned, or offensively, like they're a good team. Okay. I think
Yeah.
also a big year for Keon Coleman. I think he's gonna bounce back year. I picked him last year in fantasy. Extremely disappointing player, but this year,
Are you taking him again?
I don't know, but we'll have to find out next week.
Okay.
So I'll go Bills, Pats. I think the Jets are going to be a little bit better than the Dolphins. I feel like with oh my goodness, this is so embarrassing. I forget the head coach's name.
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn. Oh my gosh, that's a -1 for me. That's so bad. Aaron Glenn. I think he's going to try to build a new culture there. Justin Fields, him and Garrett Wilson, college teammates. They have some kind of chemistry. They know each other in the past, and Breece Hall, and obviously, Breece Hall and their other running back there,
Braylon
Allen. I think they're gonna be a good dynamic duo as well. So I'm gonna go Bills, Pats, Jets, Dolphins in that division.
Okay, so we agree then.
No, sorry, Jets, Dolphins. Sorry, you said Jets, Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Jets.
It's okay, we're allowed to agree.
Yeah,
what did Humzah say?
So Humzah said Bills, Pats, Dolphins, Jets. So Humzah has the Dolphins above the Jets, which is, honestly,
I can see that.
What we said, Tyreek Hill.
Have you seen like clips of Justin Fields throwing the ball in like preseason? It's like insane.
I have.
It looks like he's throwing with like his offhand or something. I don't know.
I know.
So there's
that's he's an athlete, but the arm talent. I think we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in new home. Okay, Kiro. So can I go? I'll go AFC West, and then you go. Then we'll go Humzah. So we'll switch it.
Let's do it.
Okay, AFC West. I have it very interesting. I'm gonna give a huge shout out. I'm gonna go. Denver Broncos are gonna win that division in the AFC West. I think that defense is extremely underrated. They made some big time moves in the offseason. Dre Greenlaw. I had his name here too as well. Also from the Patriots. Sorry, not the Patriots, excuse me. Hufanga from the San Francisco 49ers. I just remember the Cowboys playing against this guy. We play them every year for like 3 years in a row. This guy was unreal. And Dre Greenlaw, Nick Benito, all these guys, Zach Allen. I think Denver Broncos, you heard it here first, they're winning that division. And the Chiefs are bound to take one step down. So I'm going to go Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go the Chargers and the Raiders. I do think the Raiders have a good future with Genti, Geno Smith, obviously with Pete Carroll again, but I just think the Chargers are a little bit better offensively with Ladd McConkey and Keenan Allen coming back and Justin Herbert. So my rating is Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. That's my 4.
Okay. No, it's tempting to go Broncos 1 because they have a good team. But I don't know. I feel like the Chiefs they're gonna like come back on revenge mode. They're gonna be good this year. It's kind of hard to bet against them to be good. So I'll go Chiefs 1.
Okay.
Broncos 2. I feel like the Chargers aren't really that good. They're not really exciting.
Okay.
And like Rashawn Slater out for the year. They're elite left tackle.
That is true. Yes.
So I'm not gonna go with that, but the Raiders are, even though Pete Carroll, even though he's like 1,000 years old now, I don't trust him that much. I don't know about Chip Kelly offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
Should be interesting, but I don't know. They're not really. There's not enough for me to put Raiders any higher than 4. So
All right.
Chiefs 1, Broncos 2, Chargers 3,
Perfect. And then
Raiders.
I have
5 team in the NFL.
I like that. Okay, so Humzah had the Chiefs, he had the Broncos, he had the Chargers, and he had the Raiders. So he had similar to you, exactly the same.
Yeah, same as me. Yeah.
All right. AFC South. AFC South. Do you want to go first, or do you want to let Humzah? We'll go Humzah first.
Let's go Humzah first. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay. Humzah first. Humzah has the Texans, Jaguars. So Humzah also looking at your sleeper. I like that.
Okay.
Titans and Colts. Texans, Jaguars, Titans, Colts. This is the worst division of football, man. It is so bad. Like,
I don't want to watch them play. Honestly.
It is such a bad division, and honestly, because of that, anyone can win it. Like literally, you actually don't know. Like it's not like Deshaun Watson days when the Texans were always really good. CJ Stroud and the Texans, sorry, don't disrespect. They actually are the best team by far, but overall, it's a pretty bad division. So Humzah, like I said, Texans, Jaguars, Titans, Colts. You want to go?
Yeah, let's. I don't know. Let's do. I don't know. Anyone can win this division, as you said. So
Yeah.
I'll just double down on my elite sleeper, and I'll do Jaguars 1.
I love that from you.
You know, I think I need CJ Stroud to get hurt for half the year for this to be right. Hopefully, it doesn't happen. We'll go Texans 2. I kind of like the Titans a little bit, so we'll go Titans 3.
Okay.
And Colts, Daniel Jones is not as bad as some people want to say.
Okay.
But we'll go for the Colts.
Right. Dude, you're getting me on this Jaguar sleeper. I don't mind that at all. But for me, I'm gonna go exact same as Humzah. Texans, Jaguars, Titans, Colts. I do think the Jaguars are just 1 year away from taking over that Texans thing. However, a big X factor, like you said, the health of CJ Stroud, but also Nico Collins, who obviously was injured last year and he's had an injury history as well. So that might be something to watch. But yeah, I'll go with Humzah. Okay. The last division.
Even if Nico Collins get hurt, I think they'll still be fine.
Okay.
I think it's just CJ Stroud because they still have like okay receivers, and honestly, the rest of the division sucks. As much as I'm now a new Jaguars fan, as of 30 minutes ago.
Your Jags Nation. Your Jags Nation.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, AFC North, man. This is probably one of the best divisions in football. I think it's saved the best for last. So I'll let you go first. We'll finish off with you. Who you got in this stacked AFC North division?
Well, it's stacked if you don't look at the Browns, who suck.
True. Very true.
And so that's an easy 4 for me. Not a big fan of like super old Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know. I just don't really like what they're doing there. I don't know. For some reason, they're always like a 500 team, but maybe this year isn't the year.
Okay.
So, and like, what's that? Their defensive end there who was like kind of saying he didn't want to play for like $14 million. Cameron Hayward?
Yes,
yeah.
the D tackle.
That's the guy.
Right. Yeah.
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 I don't know. I don't like those vibes. So we're going to go Pittsburgh 3. Then we're going to go with the all offense Bengals 2. And obviously the Ravens 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. I like that a lot. For me, I'm gonna go Ravens 1. I think they're the clear-cut best team. I actually think, dude, this is a division where we can see 3 teams making the playoffs. I do think with Mike Tomlin.
You're picking the Browns?
No.
Come on, bro.
Shout out Joe Flacco. I think he's gonna have a good year. But so Ravens, I'm gonna go Bengals as well, and then I'm gonna go Steelers. But I do think the Steelers are that team where they do make the playoffs as well. I think Mike Tomlin and that defense is always top of the league. They got Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay. Yes, these are older players, but still guys you can play. And I think Aaron Rodgers is I don't think he has too much time left. So I think he's going to do everything he can to go back to his prime. And I think I've mentioned this before, but him going to the Jets was so weird. And I think that sorry, my voice. And I think that the Steelers are the AFC version of the Packers. If that makes sense.
Yeah, they're just like kind of always good.
Always good,
Yeah.
always kind of similar vibes. I think they have the national.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers
spotlight.
isn't that bad. We just saw him on the Jets and we think he sucks now. Maybe
Exactly.
he leaves
So
there and he's okay.
I still do think just because of Burrow and Chase and that offense is pretty unreal. So I'm gonna go Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. Humzah went Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns. So Humzah had the Steelers above, which I think he'd also argue. I have to ask him if he also thinks the Bengals are can be a team that sorry, not the Bengals. If the Steelers are the team that have a three division winner, 3 division playoff team. It's not English, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like it. Except for my Jaguars pick, they're probably going to win.
It was great.
Games
I like
now,
this segment. Yeah, I like that a lot. So next week we'll do Humzah and I will do the NFC stuff, and then we'll preview the Cowboy stuff. All right, Jordi, this is our final segment before we end it here today. Everyone's favorite segment. People seem to love this, so I really appreciate that. QB Spotlight is a topic today, so I'll let you go first as our guest. Your QB Spotlight for this year, you're going to basically project if he goes over under these touchdowns, yards, and interceptions. And so yeah, I'll let you take it away.
All right, so naturally I had to go with Drake May because you guys haven't talked about him yet.
Okay, I like that.
Baby Josh Allen, basically. It's kind of a few cool little stats about Drake May. He'll be the second youngest starting QB next year. Only JJ McCarthy is younger by like a few months. So it's pretty good. Bo Nix and Michael Penix are like 25, so he's got like 2 years on them, which is kind of crazy. They're the same draft class.
Good.
And he was 6th in rushing yards per game last year, and 3 of those games he like played 1 or 2 drives. So honestly, if you don't count those 3 games, he would be tied for 4th with Jalen Hurts. Only Anthony Richardson, who's not even going to play this year, Jaden Daniels, and Lamar Jackson have more rushing yards a game last year. Probably a big reason about that is because the Patriots O-line last year was terrible and they didn't have any receivers. So it's basically when you're watching Drake May last year, he's trying to find someone who's open. Then there's every single offensive lineman loses their battle, so he just has to scramble and try to run. But man, this guy, like, maybe because he's like white, people think he's like not that fast, but this guy is like, he's insanely fast. He's insanely fast. If his biggest problem is like turnovers, he had like 10 picks last year in like 10 full games and 9 fumbles, which is crazy. And he was even doing that in preseason, so that's not really ideal. But he has a new OC this year, Josh McDaniels, Patriots legend. So yeah, we'll see how he does this year. I got do you want me to read like his stats from last year?
Yeah, just quickly mention his stats
quickly.
last year and then over under for this year. And then
he had 2,276 pass yards, 15 touchdown, 10 picks, and 420 rush yards, 2 beautiful touchdowns. So my over under that I'm putting for this year, with a slightly better O-line and an actual good receiver in Stephon Diggs and maybe even Mac Hollins, and yeah, we'll see. 3,400 pass yards. I feel like that's attainable. 25 touchdowns and 15 picks.
Okay.
So do you want to put your over under for those?
Yeah.
3,400 pass yards.
I think he's gonna get the over on everything you just said.
Over.
Over on the last year stats. I think he's bound to have a great.
Even the picks. Yeah, I agree.
Except for picks, he had 10 last year.
They had 10.
Yeah, he'll get. But so picks are always so hard to. You actually never know. Yeah, I'll go under. I think Drake May is gonna have a great year. I think he has the weapons around him now. I think the coach, the culture, everything is shaping up to be a good year, and yeah, I like that a lot.
Oh, okay. I'll go. I'll go over on the pass yards, under on the touchdowns, and over on the picks. It's gonna be like he's gonna have like a 2020 season or something.
Yeah, like
But he'll look a lot better.
The Jameis Winston 30-30.
Yeah, he's gonna be budget 30-30. But he'll run for like 5 touchdowns, so it won't be as bad.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, I like Drake. That's your QB spotlight. Okay, so my QB spotlight, I'm gonna go with we've mentioned his name a few times today. In the AFC South, not Trevor Lawrence. CJ Stroud. I talk about CJ Stroud quickly today. So last year he had about 3,700 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and a QBR of 87. I think this year for CJ Stroud, I'm gonna go under on the yardage. I think he gets under 3,700, maybe around the 3,500 range. Touchdowns, I think he will also get under. I'm expecting a little bit of a drop off from CJ in the offense this year. Obviously a good year last year with Nico Collins, but I think defenses are going to adjust. And I don't have their roster here, but like I can't even. Not too sure of their second string receiver behind. Oh, it's
they got like Christian Kirk. And they drafted 2 guys pretty high.
Tank Dell
Jaden
well,
Higgins.
right?
Tank Dell is like, he had that like super insane injury last year.
Oh, that's right, the leg. That's right.
Yeah. I don't want to see a video of that. Don't show that.
So I think he'll get under. And the interceptions, he had 12 last year. I think he'll get just about the same. I'll go under in the interceptions as well. But I do think there'll be a bit of a drop off from CJ Stroud this year, in large part because of what we talked about. And the offensive line, like you mentioned, is not up to par. So that is my QB spotlight for today.
Can I get to say over under too? No.
Sure. Yeah. You do. Apologies.
I'm gonna go over on the yards because they don't have any running game this year, so all they can do is run or throw.
Pass.
My bad.
Yeah.
All they can do is pass.
Okay.
Joe Mixon is dead, and again they have no running backs, so I'm gonna go over on the touchdowns. It's gonna be just a bunch of like fades to Nico Collins and like Dalton Schultz, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll go
Cowboys.
We'll go over on the picks as well because he'll just have to be slinging it, and the defense is gonna know.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. All right, Jordi. Anything else you want to touch on before we end it? I think it was a good episode. Anything you want to touch on? Just final few moments.
Final thoughts. Wasn't expecting to be a Jaguars fan today, but that's how it went. They're gonna win 4 games, but there's gonna be 4 really good games, and
I love that.
Yeah, next hopefully I can come back on here
for sure
when Humzah's off the IR.
Yeah,
I'm not just a waiver wire pickup.
Yeah,
and we can talk about some Ottawa Senators.
Of course,
got a lot to talk about, and maybe we can talk about some other teams. But yeah, really glad to be here. Hopefully 100%. The season goes well. Hopefully Micah Parsons gets signed, and hopefully the Patriots actually finish second in the division. Yes, sir.
I love that. Well, thanks, Jordi, so much for hopping on. I really appreciate it. And again, regarding Humzah, no one be too scared. He had a game over the weekend, mild concussion. He will be okay, but the doctor said he shouldn't be on the screen, and he also has had a reserving today. So he will be back next week. And thank you again, Jordi, for hopping on. Everyone, we ask you please like, comment, and subscribe on these videos. Please share it with your friends. And stay tuned for more content next week. Thank you guys so much, and we really appreciate it. Have a good one.